pleasure to see you. Come in. Let me take your cloak. Fine day for a pint, yes? Of course it is. Every day is a fine day for a pint. As a matter of fact, I am so fond of pints, I have taken to brewing my own. I've yet to master the delicate process, but come to bottle an ordinary yet unoffensive nectar that pleases the stomach and the heart. Oh yes. Yes, you did not come to listen to Brentwood Julius Lorrado speak of meager yeast-killing exploits. You are not from around here, it is certain. Brentwood Julius Lorrado has quite a keen sense of a person, simply by the manner in which they carry oneself, their accent, their chosen bodily decorations. Oh, I mean no offense, of course. You have chosen quite a lovely, if not altogether unique, garb. And Brentwood Julius Lorrado does not judge on uniqueness. Indeed, Brentwood Julius Lorrado reserves judgment on most personal matters, for his own persona is often perceived as having its own charming oddities. But I digress, as I'm often prone to do. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Brentwood Julius Lorrado, famed historian, frequenter of vast realms, and quite an influential person within influential circles. I must humbly admit, but not to puff out my already enormous chest, but to assure you that the words I speak are true and trustworthy and well regarded by my peers beyond. You have entered the realm of Highcaster. Truly, it is a continent, not a realm. In fact, if one wishes to be geographically precise, it is the very large peninsula of a much larger continent, separated only by small mountainous land bridge to the west. But for those of us native to the realm, we consider it a world unto itself. Highcaster was once a kingdom, as you may not be aware. A vast and peaceful kingdom, save for your occasional invasion or squashing of a rebellion. The various cities and villages lived in peace with one another and also engaged in healthy trade, protected by the crown. But all eras of stability must necessarily come to an end, as any person proficient in historical tendencies will know. In our case, it came in the form of a coup. Depending upon which side of the poverty line you rest will determine whether or not you view this coup as a good thing, or treason. For the merchant guild leaders that organized the coup and put in the place of a crown a delegation of representatives of the merchant guilds were quite satisfied with the outcome. No longer could a single king or queen put arbitrary limitations on their trade or demand burdensome taxes. But for the lesser fortunate, it meant no protection and no services. The delegation, consisting of powerful wizards and representatives from the realm's most wealthy and influential guilds, manages things from their seat in Rushingham, Highcaster's trade center, whereas a chairman of the delegation keeps his seat in the kingdom's old capital, Highcrest, where he is tasked with the day-to-day management of the realm's affairs. Can this patchwork of well-resourced greed continue to thrive? We'll see. The experiment is rather new. But there are city-states that miss the crown, and there are subversive groups working in secret to restore the crown. When the vast lands of Highcaster are mostly wild and untamed, home to unknown creatures and all manner of evil things, when city-states must work autonomously, but under the thumb of a wealthy Congress, and when the figurehead of unity is bought and paid for, how can this realm thrive? Or shall it be broken apart, dismantled, and consumed by the wilderness? As I say, Brentwood Julius Lorrado reserves judgment in most matters, including this. I am pleased you have come, and I'm quite curious as to what you will do now that you have arrived. Will you defend the wildlands in between our cities and protect the trade route? Will you venture into the wilderness and find wealth and glory? Will you stay within the city and regulate the politics and negotiate? Will you mount a revolution against the guilds? Will you crush the revolution for the wealth of those you serve? Or will you take this realm to be your own? Such a strange time to come, and indeed a strange place to be, but as Brentwood Julius Lorrado is the first to have said, there is no time but the present. Welcome, and drink. This is Christopher Gray, and you are listening to Of the Living, an exploration of the Age of the Wizard Lords, an upcoming setting for the SRD 5th edition. Thank you for listening.